Please subscribe to the channel, as only 11.6% of you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Platinum Bricks 95, and it's still Lego Spider-Man September. I do just want to give a big shout out to all of the new subscribers. Thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Also, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, just consider clicking that button in the bottom right hand corner and subscribing. But if you don't want to, I totally understand. Secondly, I did say I was going to try and upload a bit more frequently throughout Lego Spider-Man September, and here we are. We're uploading a day early. Now, don't get me wrong, I am completely busy tomorrow, which is one of the reasons, but I am saying it here and now so that I commit to it. There will be another video on Sunday as well. So, I've actually gone from uploading every 3 days to, at the moment, uploading every 2 days. So then guys, what is today's video? Well, from the title and thumbnail, you may have got a good idea, but essentially, because the Spider-Man ranking Spider-Man minifigures did so well, I figured why not do the villains? Because the villains have a lot more variety and a lot more going on. So I'm actually really excited to pick out my top 10 Lego Marvel Spider-Man villains. So guys, I'm not sure how well you can see that. I'll take you in closer, but normally when I do that, the light's not on it, so you don't actually get a good look. But essentially, there are a couple of duplicates here, just like there was in the Spider-Man minifigure ranking. Basically, this is all of my Lego Spider-Man super villains. Now, some of them might not be necessarily associated with Spider-Man as much, but they did come in Lego Spider-Man set. So as long as you came in a Lego Spider-Man set, it's all good. So guys, as per usual, no surprises here. I've babbled on for way too long. Let's get right into picking out my top 10 Lego Marvel Spider-Man villains. Let's go! Alright then guys, well here they are. Here are all my Lego Spider-Man super villains. Now you can see there's a few duplicates here and there, but I did state that. And also I do want to say, just like the Spider-Man video, I'm not going to go crazy in depth on every minifigure. Number one, we'd be here for absolutely ages. And number two, it will spoil it for future reviews, I think. So I'll give you a rough overview of them, but I won't go crazy in depth. Alright then guys, well without further ado, let's get right into ranking my top 10 Lego Spider-Man supervillain minifigures. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Alright then guys, well, coming in at number 10, if you can't tell, it's Venom. Hello Venom. This is the Venom that is split from set number 76004, Spider-Man Spider Cycle Chase. Now, I'm not sure if this is a valuable minifigure or not. I know that the Venom, there is a Venom minifigure that is quite valuable. I don't know if it's this one or not. This is just the only version of Venom I own, and there's a duplicate there. Now, the cool thing about this Venom is I just love the colour scheme of Venom. Black and white just always works really well. And if we take a closer look at the headpiece, wow, what detailing. The mouth is exceptional. The torso is really good, and the eyes, it just looks like Venom. And again, it is from the Ultimate Spider-Man range, so it's a bit more cartoon-like characters. But this just works very well. Now, the cool thing is I don't have to take his accessories off to check out the back printing. Now, the back printing is basically the same as the front printing, but with different muscle definition, really. So yeah, two Venoms exactly the same. But I've got to be honest, I just like Venom minifigures, and I think that this Venom minifigure is really cool. So this is my number 10. Alright then guys, coming in at number 9, we have Craven the Hunter, a character I don't actually know that much about. Now, of course, this is split from set number 76057, Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle, another absolute mouthful. but a pretty cool minifigure nonetheless. Now, his accessory is a bit lackluster, and the good thing about this minifigure... Oh, no, I haven't actually reviewed it yet. Okay, don't worry about that, so I won't go crazy in depth. Yeah, just straight away, just notice the leg printing. They're mini paws. It looks amazing. And also, I am going to pop his head off just so that you can see his actual torso, which you can see is so cool. Its eyes, which is amazing. And again, I do actually, even though I don't know much about the character, I do remember him on the Ultimate Spider-Man series. And it is a very accurate minifigure in that regards. And again, I like accuracy, especially even though it's not from an MCU film, it is from a Marvel cartoon, and it does look like him. And again, he does have a dual molded head, but not surprising really, as most Marvel minifigures nowadays have dual molded heads. In fairness, most minifigures these days have dual molded heads. But yeah, a character I don't know really much about, and again, I won't go crazy in depth with him, as I'm planning on reviewing this set later on in the month. So yeah, coming in at number 9, we have Craven the Hunter. Alright then guys, well, coming in at number 8, you can probably tell, as it's a big miss from this display, we have the Vulture. Not just any Vulture though, the one from the No Way Home set number 76195, Spider-Man's Drone Duel. Now the Vulture isn't in Spider-Man No Way Home, however this does look very accurate to the to the Vulture from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. So even though he's not in No Way Home, it's still an amazing minifigure. Now I had the choice of this Vulture or this Vulture, and I came down on this Vulture because genuinely he's incredibly accurate. Now you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of stickers, and I'll straight away say every single printed piece is not printed, it is a sticker, which is a letdown. However, we're not here to judge the minifigure on his accessory. We're actually here to judge the minifigure. Okay, so this is the Vulture. Sorry about that, guys. So this is the Vulture, and yeah, just a very nice minifigure and very accurate. Now I'll pop his helmet off so you can see that his face is actually, again, pretty accurate under there. And he does, again, have a more human face on the other side. A dual molded head, more of a smiley look. However, I just think the green eyes are absolutely amazing. Now what would be nice is if I could get this to sit properly. Or have I got it upside down? I may have it upside down. I don't know. Let me fix it, guys. Okay, yeah, so I had it totally upside down. That's good of me, isn't it? You can tell how many pieces like that I've had before. But back printing, good. Front printing, good. I love the fact you can see he's wearing a fur jacket like he is in the movie. And yeah, it was this or that Vulture, and I came down on this one. And again, I actually really do like this minifigure. Alright then guys, well coming in at number 7 is probably another one you can guess, and that is Carnage. I'm going to hold him up like this because he's got so many spikes and bits that sort of move, you can't actually see him. Now again, it was a choice between two Carnages, and this is an earlier version of the character. However, I do have to be honest, I just think this one's more detailed. Whether more accurate or not, I don't know, as this is from a Spider-Man set that isn't based on any Marvel media, it's just based on Spider-Man. So yeah, it's actually a really good iteration of Carnage in my opinion. Now if we take a look at his headpiece, I love the fact that you can see his teeth are all manky. He's got like scars all over him, he's torn and beat up. I just love the level of detailing. Now I will just take these extra pieces on. I might not even try and put him back on here because it was a nightmare to get him on there in the first place. But yeah, just so you can get an idea. And again, thorough printing throughout this minifigure, which is another reason that I like it so much. Now, don't get me wrong, there's thorough printing there too, but this has the orange, and I think it really adds to the overall look of the minifigure. Now, I've taken those off for the first time in God knows how many years, so we'll take a look at his back printing. Although nothing crazy, still pretty good, and I'm assuming accurate, and I absolutely love this printing on the back of the head. Now, again, you're not really meant to take accessories into account when you do these sort of minifigure rankings, or at least I don't anyway, because I do feel like that's an unfair advantage because he looks so cool with all of his sort of tentacles out attacking. It is such a good look. However, I can't take that into account when I'm just basing it on a minifigure. Otherwise, this would probably be a bit higher. However, I just think the detailing on it's really good. So that is why, for me, it is in 7th place. Alright then guys, we'll move on to number 6. As you can see, I put Carnage over there because trying to fit him back in there is a nightmare. However, coming in at number 6 is Scorpion. The only version of Scorpion I own, and to be honest, the only version of Scorpion I actually know about. So if there is another iteration of Scorpion, please let me know. Now, on the last minifigure, I didn't say what set it was, but that I will edit it in. But this is from Lego set number 76057, Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle, the Mouthful set. Basically, it's such a good set that it has so many good minifigures in it. It's unbelievable, but we will review that set later on in the month. However, taking a look at Scorpion, now straight away I will say I'm disappointed there's no leg printing, and an argument could be made that Carnage has more detailing. However, I watched Spider-Man when I was really young. I'm not as young as many of you may think. I know I might look young, but trust me, I'm not that young. So I remember watching the Spider-Man when I was like 5 or 6. And this is what Scorpion looked like. And I do remember him in the cartoon that this is based on. And he does look like this. So incredibly accurate. And just look. Look at that. I'm not even going to show you the back printing. That is probably solely based on this piece and how effective it is at making him look like Scorpion. It just does look like him. And for me, even though Carnage is amazing, and as I said, the accessories would probably put him higher on the list, I just actually have got a real affinity for this. Also, as you all know, I'm incredibly biased towards green. So yeah, for me, this is a good number 6, and it really, really, really is an amazing minifigure. Alright then guys, well, we're on to the top 5, and coming in at number 5 is the Sandman. Yes, now I was actually going to build up his little thing that he stands on, but I thought, number 1, he'd be hard to display on here, and number 2, it just didn't seem that necessary, because that's not what's impressive about this minifigure. Obviously, straight away, we're all going to take a look at this leg piece here. I mean, just take a look at that on its own. It just is gorgeous, and it works so well, and it's so unique. I don't know, again, I could be wrong, and it probably has been used before, but I'd never seen it before until I got this minifigure, and I absolutely love it. And also, for good measure, look at the detailing on the torso. The Sand, he is an escaped criminal. He always wears, I think he's an escaped criminal, and he always wears the stripy t-shirt, and they've kept it very accurate to that. So I can't complain about that at all. And again, I do think, indeed he does. He has a more sort of straight face. He looks kind of like a scarecrow face there. But yeah, he does have a straight face. I haven't seen that. I'm going to leave it like that. And yeah, just on a whole, a brilliant minifigure. And again, yes, the part that sells it for me is, of course, 100%. It is the leg piece. But you can't blame me. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, definitely a worthy number 5. Alright then guys, well, coming in at number 4 is a slightly controversial one, because he's not normally associated with Spider-Man. However, he was in this Lego set, and that is, of course, Doctor Doom, one of the main nemesises of the Fantastic Four. Now, he was included in a Lego Spider-Man set, and that set is Lego set number 76005, Spider-Man Daily Bugle Showdown. So yeah, he definitely counts. Also, my last video on the channel before this one is a review of that Lego set. So if you haven't seen it and you want a more in-depth look at Doctor Doom, please go and check that video out. I'll give you a very brief look at him here. He's green, again biased, but it's just cool because he's completely unique to that set, and genuinely, there hasn't been another Doctor Doom since. So yeah, really, really cool. And again, minimal back printing, nothing too crazy, but yeah, a lovely minifigure. And again, you want to see more of him, go and check out the review on the channel. Alright then guys, well, we've made it to the top 3, and can you tell who's missing? Probably, and that is, of course, Electro. Now, this minifigure is split from Lego set number 76014, Spider-Trike versus Electro. Now, I don't know what, I'm assuming this is an Ultimate Spider-Man set, but I could be wrong. That's cool. I actually built that so he could fit on there nicely, and it actually works out as a nice holder for him. But yeah, on a whole, I just can't look past the colour scheme of this minifigure. So you've got translucent arms. How often do we see that? Very, very rarely. A translucent but printed headpiece. Not dual printed, but printed. Printed legs as well. And a printed back. Alright, no back printing on the legs. But just look at the minifigure. I'll put the accessory down because it even, like, this doesn't need the accessory because all on its own, it's an absolutely amazing minifigure. I absolutely love this minifigure, like, genuinely. It was a toss-up for the top 3, and he just came short. However, he could be number 1 because he is that gorgeous. So it's the colour scheme. The colour scheme just works well. If they ever do X-Men and ever do an Iceman, you could take a lot of notes from this minifigure because it's gorgeous. Alright, not too crazy on the back, but the translucent arms are what really sells it for me. Also, the look of his headpiece is just amazing. I love the fact that it's translucent but printed on the front. It's really cool. And although they're not the most seamless, of course, still amazing in the fact that literally, it's just an amazing minifigure. So yeah, definitely worthy of the 3rd spot. All right then, guys. Well, coming in at the 2nd spot, you can probably tell who it is of course this version of the Green Goblin. Now, straight away I want to say I do have a Green Goblin here and a Green Goblin here, and a case could be made for this one because it is absolutely gorgeous. However, this is the Green Goblin split from, surprise, surprise, Lego set number 76057, Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle. I told you they did brilliant supervillains in that Lego set. Now, just take a look at this minifigure. I'm going to even scrap the glider. It's definitely the coolest glider, by the way, out of probably all the gliders, but definitely the Green Goblin ones. But we'll put that to one side for now and just focus on the beauty of this minifigure. Now, of course, this is awesome. It's an awesome, awesome accessory. But again, we're not basing it on accessories. All right, yeah, okay, the bag's there, cool, whatever. But that doesn't really add to the overall look. However, just take a look at the detailing. The detailing on the arms and the gaps in the legs are what really, really sells it to me. Now, this one's very cool. If you take a look at it, like, look, he's got like tears and the similar sort of thing. However, it just, for me, it wasn't even a patch on this one. They're very purple. This is much more of a pink, and I like it. It just works so well. And you can see he's even got dual molded legs. Not printed, molded. And they're printed on the front as well. Oh, wow. It's just amazing. And again, these headpieces, okay, are just amazing. They just are. It looks so cool. If you've got a bunch of these, you could build an evil army of elves or gnomes or whatever. And it's just amazing. However, I did just want to see if he does have another face. He does. And that is, I'll be honest, that's much more sinister. In fact, we're going to keep him with that face. Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, the Green Goblin, definitely worthy of 2nd place in my opinion. And when you actually do, I know I'm not taking this into account. This has nothing to do with the minifigure. But I mean, come on. He just looks menacing flying this thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely worthy of 3rd position and an amazing, amazing minifigure. All right then, guys. Well, we've got to number 1, and as like last time, I'm not actually taking one out. I'm just going to pick it off and tell you which one it is. And if you haven't guessed by now, you should have, because of course it is the Hobgoblin. I will just take that 2x2 orange brick off. Now, take the glider off. Okay, the glider's not as cool as the one we've just seen. In my opinion, a very cool glider, definitely the 2nd best, but not as cool. That one's way cooler and newer because it's got stud shooters and this has flick shooters. However, we're not here to talk about the accessories, even though, again, a very cool accessory. We are here to talk about the Hobgoblin. Now, this minifigure is split from Lego set number 76058, Spider-Man Ghost Rider Team Up, from the Ultimate Spider-Man show I have recently found out. Now, straight away, just look. A colour scheme that always works is navy blue and orange, and they excel at it here. His orange hood ties in very nicely, and let's just take a look at his cloak. Wow. Tell me that's not a cloak. That just adds to the whole look. Now, again, he does have back printed, but again, dual molded legs. This is key. I love this from this minifigure and from the Green Goblin as well. It's just, you don't see it very often anymore, and it's just an amazing minifigure. Now, of course, I will pop his head off so you can get a better look at his face. He's got a sort of, you know, smiley evil look on the front, and on the back, he's much more, I would say angry, but he looks kind of concerned there. I won't lie to you. But yeah, just, I can't get over that. I remember getting this minifigure and absolutely falling in love with it, and it's one of my favourite minifigures ever, genuinely. Lego Marvel minifigures, anyway. And I do genuinely believe it is the only version of Hobgoblin we've ever got. Now, I absolutely love the tattered cloak, so I do think that plays a big part in it. But even so, it's just amazing. It just works so well. I've stood him on the wrong way round, of course. But when we actually put him on the right way round, you can just see it's such a cool little glider, and it just works. He looks terrifying and menacing. So yeah, the #1 Spider-Man minifigure, or supervillain minifigure that I own, goes, in my opinion, rightfully to the Hobgoblin. Alright then guys, well I thought I'd quickly show you the other minifigures or Spider-Man supervillains that you haven't seen in the ranking. Obviously you've got Carnage there, Green Goblin, Vulture, Electro, Hobgoblins, all of the ones you've seen. There's the other version of Carnage. Next to him we've got Hydro Man, which is unfortunate, but a great minifigure, but I didn't build him up, and the build actually really adds to the minifigure. Then we've got a version of Rhino from the 4+ sets. We've got a version of Mysterio from the 4+ sets. And then we've got 1, 2, and where's the other one? 3 versions of the same Mysterio, which is a letdown. Beetle, who was featured in the last review. And then 2 more versions of the Green Goblin. That one's from the 4+ set. That one maybe from a 4+ set. I don't know entirely. And of course here we have the other Vulture, which is an amazing minifigure. But again, it's much more based on the cartoon, and I actually prefer the MCU version. Alright then guys, there you have it. That was my ranking of my Legos Marvel Spider-Man supervillain minifigures. We got there in the end. God, that's a mouthful, I tell ya. But yeah, that was my ranking of them. And now we're going to get into the outro, so I'll see you there. Let's go! Alright then guys, well there you have it. That was my ranking of these minifigures. I'm not going to say the mouthful again because I've said it way too many times this video, and trust me, it really is a mouthful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just thought it'd be a cool idea to rank them really, and again, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, get down in the comments and let me know your favourite Spider-Man minifigures. And again, or supervillain minifigures from Spider-Man. Oh, it's a mouthful, I tell ya. But genuinely, let me know which one is your favourite. And also, bear in mind, I am just basing this on ones I own. I can't judge ones I don't own because I don't have them. I'm sure there's a nicer one out there than Hobgoblin. But in my opinion, out of the ones I own, Hobgoblin is definitely the best. So guys, if you could like, comment and subscribe, that would really be amazing. Again, get down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the videos and what you're thinking of Lego Spider-Man September. Also, again, please don't forget to subscribe. Consider clicking that button in the bottom right-hand corner. I really would appreciate it. But again, if you don't want to, I totally understand. And also, again, just a quick shout out to all of you guys that have been giving me the support, commenting, liking, subscribing, just watching my content, because it means a lot to me and I'm so thankful. So thanks so much, guys. Also, just quickly before we go, the next video will be coming out on Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that. And also, before I go, please check out my Instagram. It will be linked down at the top of the description. It's just photos of my Lego Marvel collection and what I'm up to in my life, really. So yeah, if you want to drop it a follow, I'd really appreciate that. So then guys, there you have it. That is the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, I guess all that's left to say is I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!